Hi, welcome to the Dinah E. Gore Teaching and Research Kitchens and Homegrown in the Kitchen. Today we're going to talk about roasting vegetables. It concentrates the sweetness of that vegetable, makes it wonderful, tastes wonderful. You can add different spices and seasonings based on what you and your family love, and it's simple. There's 5 keys to roasting vegetables, and we're going to talk about all 5 of those. The first is to have a good pan. Today we're going to roast a variety of vegetables, but you can do just a single vegetable or just whatever combination you have. I like to use a zip top bag, but you can use a bowl if you like. And we do that so that we coat each of the vegetables with just a little bit of oil so that they roast down nicely. So today we have some red peppers, some sweet potatoes, some North Carolina sweet potatoes, some carrots, and I've cut these a little bit differently. I've cut these on the angle like this so they have more surface area to roast and get that nice caramelization. Some Brussels sprouts, and I've cut these in half because I really like the caramelization that happens on the cut end, but you can leave them whole as well if you like. And I like to leave the little leaves in there as well because they get nice and brown. And then a few broccoli flowerets. So now that we have all of our vegetables in our bag, what we want to do is add some seasoning and some oil. So for this many vegetables, I probably would add about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. It is not an exact science. What you want to do is just put enough olive oil in there where you're getting each vegetable an opportunity to get a little bit of oil on them, because that's what really makes that caramelization. And I'm just going to use salt and pepper. Go simple today because I don't know how I'm going to use these vegetables. I'm roasting a bunch for the week. So now we have our vegetables in the bag, and we want to just shake it around to get the seasoning all over the vegetables and the oil all over the vegetables. And like I said, you can use a bowl if you don't want to use a zip top bag. But what I don't want you to do is put them directly on the pan and try to mix it there, because it just doesn't work out that way. So now that we've got them mixed really well, we come to the most important one, and that's don't overcrowd the pan. If you have a pan that's just heaping with vegetables and each vegetable is not touching some part of the pan, you're actually going to steam your vegetables and not roast your vegetables. So I'm going to put these vegetables out, but I might not be able to use all of these on this pan because I really don't want to overcrowd this pan. Now I want to cook this at about 375 or 400. And the amount of time that you cook it depends on how you like your roasted vegetables. If you like your roasted vegetables really caramelized, like I do, you're going to want to cook them a little bit longer, maybe even up to 45 minutes. If you like them crisp tender, 20 minutes may do. So those are 4 components of good roasting. The 5th is you may need to flip your vegetables. About halfway through the cooking, if you find that you're getting good caramelization on one side, you can flip them or just come in and stir the pan really well and then put it back in the oven. So here's some finished vegetables that we've done. And like I said, we took these pretty far as roasting and getting the caramelization. And this is how I like mine. If you like yours not so done, then you can do it a different way. Now, what would you do with these roasted vegetables? Well, you certainly could serve them just as a side dish as they are. You could use them in a bowl meal on top of rice with some salad on top of that. I like to chop them up and use them in an omelet. Just really versatile. Chop them fine and use it as a taco filling. If you have these roasted vegetables in your refrigerator, I promise you will use them a lot of different ways. So give roasting vegetables a try. Choose a mixture that you and your family love and a seasoning that you love, and I think you'll be a convert to roasting vegetables.